Hey everyone, it's Ashley here, and we're in the early hours of the morning in New Zealand here to bring you a live reaction to the King Kong Myth of Terror Island pinball machine reveal. Um, yeah, as you can see, this is all I've seen. Where I'm looking at, I presume the LE package here with the speaker lights and the side rails and whatnot. Yeah, let's see what they're bringing. So I think it's Zombie Yeti on artwork here, and it looks pretty different to what he usually does. Different kind of color palette. People noted that games like Avengers and Godzilla had pretty similar kind of aesthetics. Okay, just right now we're looking at the entire playfield. Got a an untraditional bottom third. Don't have no Italian bottom here, just by looking at it, or at least with the three lanes there, with the one being inverted. Um, we got 2x lights on the inlanes there. Got this artwork here reminds me a lot of the original Data East prototype King Kong that never got into production. But it looks like we've got three flippers. I didn't even notice King Kong up here. You got your lock. You got your lock details like the visual ladder kind of system there, not too multi-ball printed directly onto the ramp. Doubt they're going to be like illuminated underneath. Okay, we've got a fully moving King Kong by the looks of things. This spinner shot here, we could see in the teaser trailer, and I was been looking forward to seeing how that works with the rest of the game. Because I was assuming it was quite centered like it is, and that you could practically only hit it from the bottom left. Yeah, get a better look at this little lane system over here. Looks like a bit of an inlane outlane inlane situation. Didn't notice the wire form loop we've got in the middle there underneath the full bank of drop targets, which is looking very Quicksilver-esque, which is interesting. Spider moves, that's cool. So we are looking at the LE. It will be interesting to see what features have been removed for the Pro. Be interesting to see if those drop targets stay. I sure hope they do, but I doubt that this whole that at least the whole spider um, little 3D guy there. I doubt he'll be in the Pro, but I reckon if we're lucky, we'll get the magnet because we did get magnets in games like Turtles Pro and X Men Pro. Because it'd be pretty boring just to have those three targets there when they're originally meant to catch the ball like that, get eaten by the spider. Oh, this is an interesting shot. Was that for the ball being locked? Soon. Haven't seen Stern do a shot like that, like a camera angle like that in their trailers, or at least not in recent times. Got a Vuck behind the flipper. Whoa, where are we? Are these the drop targets here? And then there's a baby flipper here. So I'm guessing go back. Ball would typically go behind this flipper. I think you can kind of see where it hits has hit the artwork on this prototype game. Interesting. Very interesting. So this must be up the top left. So it must be a shot. Yeah, because I was wondering how you were going to hit it. Gong is very cool. King Kong looks like they had some incredible Hulk mix laying around from the first Avengers game. Something massive buck front of Kong behind the gong. So I think the gong shot is a big buck. It's a target behind the drop targets that I presume you hit with that bottom flipper. A whole ramp. Okay, and another spinner. Interesting. That ramp then feeds your top flip. What is this? This is giving a upper playfield kind of vibe, but I don't think I've spotted an upper playfield. I'll tell you where that was. Oh, cool. So King Kong destroys the train to release the locked balls in it. But it sounds like the same guys from Godzilla. Is I guess effectively this is a Godzilla sequel. More than Jaws could ever be a Godzilla sequel. So I guess that's a premium we're looking at there. Be similar, very similar cabinet artwork. The LE from at least from what I remember seeing. Maybe we were looking at that little side shot there. Didn't even notice these inserts here. Kong multi-ball T-Rex defeated. Yeah, a little baby flipper up there to hit that ramp. As well as I'm thinking maybe because this top right flipper can make the shot above the side ramp. Kind of looks like it comes down just to feed this flipper here, and it looks like this flipper can then feed that shot on the other side. Potentially. Yeah, so this ramp here, there's no way you can hit it from any of the bottom flippers. It explains the oddly angled drop targets a bit more. Because they kind of bounce off and probably feed your little flip. Leap of faith, that is very cool. Very charismatic package, which I think people will really appreciate, especially after especially after the Jaws R package, which is has very little charisma to it, in my opinion. But I'm guessing this is the premium purely based on the kind of oh, so I think on the right we got the premium on the left. Oh, very interesting. Trying to see if there's any differences I can spot. On the Pro, we definitely don't have the spider, but it does look like we have some sort of plane. Yeah, as you can see the balls. They're not very illuminated. That's cool how you can go back just 1 second. You can shoot that spitter shot on the right and it comes down and feature flip it. Yeah, the gong's cool. Gong's really sick. I still can't figure out where this is. Weird. Very weird. This is above the gong. This is the bit that I was referring to as potentially an upper playfield. So you're right, orbit uses the momentum to try to hit the target up here. Otherwise it just falls through. And I guess comes out that back there. I don't know how visible that is. Just from here you can't see it whatsoever. Say that go back. This artwork here as I reckon Zombie Eddie's best. I reckon. Something about it. Is that Gary Stern on the target? Didn't spot that the first time. So much packed into this game. So here's one of our first top-down kind of views. So if we're looking at the shot here that goes above the ramp from the top right flipper, I don't think there's any way that it probably kind of just dribbles down here, maybe feeding the flipper. Yeah, close up of Gary Stern there. I wish that made King Kong more fluffy, a bit like Bigfoot on Whitewater. I think that would have been a really cool touch. Going back to previous games, that's cool. Oh yeah, looks like it's actually made out of balls just directly going through a little plastic made tunnel there, similar to Paragon. But I think Paragon's was at least metal rails instead of plastic rails. Which be interesting to see how that holds up, especially with the ball coming screaming down there from that spinner shot. Maybe there's some sort of metal bracket that it hits first to then add the plastic. doesn't quite look like there's any metal padding from here. It just looks like it goes straight to that plastic. And if you were to have this game on location, I do worry that that would just smash a bit over time. But I don't know. It seems a bit too obvious that they must have thought it through and that it's actually all good. I don't know. That's interesting wire, like into the wire form. I don't know if it's Keith changing his design from Avengers, wanting to send the ball in more of a particular direction instead of just dropping it flat. But I guess from my experience, my little experience on Avengers, there hasn't been the most wasn't the most consistent kind of ramp feed to the top flipper. But this is very interesting. It looks a lot better than Texas Chainsaw Massacre's ramp to top flipper kind of feed. Although to be fair, I've spent no time on that game. Just pure observation in the trailers. Okay, so this is a look at the Pro. No, okay, they kept the magnet, but not even a spider little plastic. That's surprising because I think the spider plastic's very cute and gonna be cheap. But that's what it is. Otherwise, I can't spot any obvious differences. Still got all the drop targets. Still got two spinners. I wonder if King Kong's articulated. Oh, okay, no train thing. But hey, you can see the I don't know what on earth this area is called. Is it the King Kong kickback target? Oh, this is one of those Gottlieb kicker targets that you could see on Foo Fighters. So the ball comes around, and if it's got enough momentum, it will hit that target. The target will kick it back to feed your top flipper. Yeah. So if you hit a full shot to the right orbit, it will then feed your flipper. If you hit a half shot, it will probably just fall down into the hole. If you do an even weaker shot, you can get this 2.42 million bananas award. And if you do an even weaker shot, it won't even make it around here, and it will feed your flipper anyway. Interesting. No gong on the Pro. That's quite a blow. That's pretty disappointing. That's very interesting. That's a real bummer. Because even like the Mandalorian Pro had that swinging Razor Quest target. That's a real bummer. Like I'd understand if they didn't have the all custom sculpted arch and had a plastic equivalent, but still had the physical gong. It's that's disappointing, to say the least. Yeah, just what I was describing. That kicker target. Cool to get to see this. Yeah, so I reckon this top flipper shot comes around, does a little 180, dribbles the balls at the top left part of the playfield. We go back. Here. This left orbit. Where does this go? Is it hitting this metal ramp here and then feeding your top flipper? So I would hope so. Because otherwise, doesn't look like you get many opportunities to. Uh, Not entirely zombie Yeti. Makes sense because he did look unique. Okay. So I wonder who did what. Because I like the playfield, but I'm not too sure how I feel about the cabinet. Oh, don't know that guy. Yeah, okay. Cool to see another full flipper Elwyn game, excluding Jaws premium models. Which is very cool. Still a bit gutted about that gong on the pro. Like usually I understand that pros have just like nothing on them. But with the likes of X-Men and even D&D, those games still felt pretty packed for a pro. This yeah, this looks pretty sick. I think this is going to be a hit off the top of my head. I'm not a big fan of how King Kong looks, to be honest with you. But I'm not a big King Kong fan to begin with anyway, so I'm not really here for the theme. Although this artwork on the bottom third I reckon is sick. Sweet as. Alright, well that's it for today. If you want to, I'll be hopefully reacting to the Harry Potter Pinball trailer whenever that comes out. Hopefully soon. And I was gonna do a Dune reaction, but they I don't know, kind of just revealed the game out of nowhere. Like I think the teaser was fine, but then they decided to release just entire pictures of the game, so it wasn't much of a reaction for me to react to. But yeah, hopefully we'll be here for Harry Potter, and if not, check out the rest of the videos on my channel. You'll see some Alan influence for sure. All right, see ya.